This golden globe at the center of Auroville is a very familiar image, the Matre Mandir. It gets thousands of visitors every single day. However, most of them would see it only from outside. They will look at the various work happening around it, take a few pictures, and that is about it. In this video, let's take a deep dive into this temple and what's coming up around it. And most importantly, how can you experience this temple from inside? From what I have understood, Mother used to see visions of things that will manifest. For Matri Mandir also, she started seeing the visions of the temple, and then she worked with a couple of people to put the actual engineering plans in place. From outside, this is a stainless steel globe with gold plating, and it's really intriguing. But from inside, I find that it's even more intriguing. I visited inside more than a decade back, and I remember thinking that this was like an alien spaceship. The technology involved was so different from anything I had seen before. It is definitely not the typical Indian temple. The interiors are completely white and very silent. The floors are padded with a carpet, so it reduces most of the sound. And visitors are also given socks to wear. And then we sit in front of the crystal with a ray of light falling on it. I think the broad idea is that the sun's direct ray should fall into this crystal, and it would become like a tool aid for the meditators to concentrate. So the act of meditating in the Matri Mandir is called concentration. But I don't remember the guide who took us inside giving us any specific instruction of how to meditate. So we were pretty much left to our own antic. For people like me who wear specs, it's always a dilemma when we need to meditate with eyes open, whether to remove the specs or not. Over time, I feel it is better to keep the specs on, because if seeing is required in any form of meditation, then I guess it's better to see clearly rather than a blurred blob. So in terms of deities, if we want to attribute any to this temple, so obviously there is no deity in the traditional form within this temple. But if we want to attribute any, we can consider the sun god, because the central piece is about the ray of light. And moreover, there is a story about Mother's past birth being in Egypt, where again a similar structure was created by the king Akhenaten and his wife Nefertiti. And that time there was a clear association of the sun god Ra. I know it may sound intriguing to you, but that's a whole different story, and I also haven't read too much about the mother's past births. So, and the other deity is Shakti, because this is called Matri Mandir, and it is the place of the universal mother's consciousness. So in that sense, it also becomes a Devi space. The four inner pillars of this dome are named after the goddesses Mahakali, Maheshwari, Mahalakshmi and Mahasaraswati. So now coming to a very important question, how can you visit inside the Matri Mandir? The main thing is this email ID. You can just shoot an email to them, and you can get a visiting slot in the next 3 to 7 days. But please inquire if there are any other requirements, because when I had gone there almost like 10 years back, that time the rule required that on the first visit we could only see the Matri Mandir from outside, and then we had to come back for a second visit, at which point we could get the slot to see inside. Thankfully, on my mother's persistence, we basically went for the second visit, because we were staying in Pondicherry town, and we went for the second visit and we did sit inside and meditate. But when you're planning your trip, just be sure to send an email to this ID. Now coming to the Matri Mandir surroundings. The surroundings of Matri Mandir are very interesting, and equally important is what I read in one of Mother's quote. There are 12 gardens and 12 meditation rooms. If you see the red petal-like structures rising around the golden globe, those are considered the lotus petals, and each of the 12 of them have one meditation room inside. Each of these rooms is named after one of the virtues of the Devi. There are 12 gardens around the Matri Mandir, and each of these also relate to a specific quality. Mother has also chosen a specific flower for each of these gardens. These are all work in progress, so I am really intrigued how they will come up. It must be a thing of great beauty, of such beauty that when people come, they will say, this is it. It must be an expression of that consciousness which we are trying to bring down. One must know how to move from consciousness to consciousness. So it looks like a very tall task that she has given. I don't know if she has given more instructions apart from this, but it does explain why this work on the garden is taking so many years. And then, of course, there is the lake. It is supposed to be a moat that sets the Matri Mandir onto an island. However, I guess because the land is not so water rich, it is taking them time to create this complete lake. I'm sure there are a lot of dynamics involved in it. I've often mentioned that the role of water bodies play in these kind of spiritual setting. It improves the receptivity of the devotee. And there is also some research which shows that a calm body of water actually calms the human system down as well. And then there's an amphitheater. Often Auroville events are held here, and there is an urn in the amphitheater which basically has the soil from each state of India and each country of the world. Obviously at that time, whichever states and countries were there, after that new ones would have been carved out. And while we can talk a lot more about this temple, let me end by talking about the sacred banyan tree which is right outside this Matri Mandir temple. So if you do visit, then you can spend some time with this banyan tree. This region was totally barren when the Aurovillians started working on it. And the mother had not even been in this area because it was like totally a wild area with no roads and stuff. So she basically took the map and pointed to a specific spot. And when some of the Aurovillians came to check it out, they found a lone banyan tree there, and so the mother decided to make it the center of the Auroville town. So if you've been to this temple, do share your experience and comments. And my Auroville vlog was up a while back, so do watch that if you haven't already.